Well, the PS5 4K experience is not really the best. So the reason I can say that is it really just is not. Okay, it just isn't. It is nowhere near the experience as it should have been, but also at the same time, I mean, it's okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's okay. But the howdy, but the 4K experience. We'll play Minecraft in a second. Um, the experience set for 4K is exactly the same resolution as it was before they brought 4K. There is no actual real graphical detail. And then in case they added the 4K, it is, you can see grass where grass wasn't seeable before. Right? But there's mods that already fix that. The 4K experience should have re-brought all the textures up to 4K resolution, which would be a real true 4K experience. But with mods, let's actually go sleep right quick. And we'll show you everything in a second. I'm just going to get the storm out of the way right quick, because no, we are not having the storm. 13 hours. That way it'll post this at 6 a.m. Character's good and well rested. We do have very well light into the compounds. Shows that with the castle.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable with the ceiling above my head.
Alright, let's see if he can make it out. Come on. Okay, so the AI is not able to make it out of that door. Let's give you a little helping hand there. There we go. Turn those down a little bit. Turn the weather down a little bit. Generators could be turned down a little bit. Sirens could be turned down a little bit. Sorry, guys, if it blew your ears out. It was blowing mine out, too. There we go. That way the stuff ain't super loud. Now, we do have our turrets up top to help give the settlement a little bit of defense rating. But we also have the Minuteman Castle. You know, we kind of done that. And then we have the open sign to let people know, like, hey, come on in. Type ordeal here. All right, I need you, McCready, to stay out here because you're going to keep getting stuck on the door. I mean, he doesn't get stuck walking in, but he just gets stuck going outside of it. But we have our little fake radio beacon. I'm going to go ahead and go in build mode so he won't actually want to follow here. Or he'll still follow. Usually he doesn't. All right. But we got the castle built out. We got a little barn-like area here for the beds. I haven't done anything on the inside yet, except for I did do a power armor room all the way over on this side. So if we go through this door, take a right, and then take that left, it'll be the power armor room. And then in here is our actual, weapons bench, armors bench, chem bench. And then I've actually redone our castle from the last one. So, yes, they cannot walk from here to here like I was trying to do. But I did completely seal off this side of the castle. So they're not coming through. We do have our mannequins here to put armor and stuff onto. And we sealed off that right here with the door. So that way they can only funnel through one little itty-bitty door when we do our stuff. And then in here is where the back door to the castle usually goes. Not only did I put a door there, I also made sure to wall it off. So that way, nothing is coming through this side. So we actually full walled their castle. They can only come through one little itty bitty doorway, so all the enemies have to come all the way around to that front door. And if you're wondering how to get the aesthetics as I have in game, which as it gets more daytime, it'll be a whole lot better in aesthetics. But we're going to do this, turn around, and then take a quick little look-see out here. So to get all this grass ain't just the 4K experience, it's also a mod. To get these, like actual trees into the game, this is a mod, okay? But the 4K experience is not horrible. All right, let's quickly fast travel somewhere that will actually look pretty good when coming out of it. It looks horrible when you look at the zone directly, but when you come outside the zone, it actually looks pretty good. And that is going to be, well, where Preston Garvey is right now. So we walk him to the castle. But being in here, this is how it looks. It doesn't look bad. We still have our garden we built the last time. The little bit like this that we built the last time, which I could actually probably touch up on and make it look even better. But yeah. Let's head across the bridge and then just walk. Because this is going to look good. I'm just going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you play this at the beginning of the game, when you first have to go talk to Preston Garvey, the bugs that spawn down here are going to be hidden. You'll have to, like, shoot through bushes to shoot them. But as you can see, everything looks good. We're just taking the quick little trip, because right here is the bug location. They usually set and hover over this carcass right here to eat it. And if there's any bugs there now, which you can see there is, they will be hidden to the foliage. Now, I have a mod on that I did look at the offset of sighting, so I can actually do...
You crazy? Quit firing your weapon like that.
The better forms of the red dot sights, because that's how I feel like the dot sight should have been on console. A very, very small sight compared to that. So if we actually do that again, this to this, or even that, which is the same sights, by the way, guys. The console, for some reason, super zooms it in. So being able to not have the super zoomed in sights is actually pretty darn cool. And that's how I feel like the sight should have been. One, it's a little more realistic. And two, I feel like that flow of a sight is a lot better. What's your guys' thoughts on that? And then even this, where it usually super zooms it in, right, is a little bit smaller. I mean, it's still zoomed in, but not as much. So you compared to how zoomed in this is, where it could have been zoomed out like that and a little bit more realistic. I might even do the Gatlin that way, like zoom it out a little bit so the Gatlin actually feels a little good. And to show you guys how I done that, we will do that. We have to go to the castle. So if I go all the way down here to the castle, because it has all my benches, I might not actually walk Preston Garvey up to the castle, because I'm not going to do the Minutemen or Railroad ending this time, because that's what I done last time, which you guys ended up missing, and then we had to go back, go try to get the legendary weapons, and, well, I had to reload a recent save to go way back to here in order to go do that, because of how glitched out the other save was, to the point where I couldn't reload outside the door, get rid of the raider person with me when we went to Nuka World to try to talk to the shop dude, because for some reason the shop dude wanted to keep killing me no matter what, so I had to reload all the way back in order to refresh the quest in order to try to go get these items. If that makes sense. So that's why we were here at this point and not at the finished state of the game anymore. And we went and done the legendary weapons on stream. So even then, I updated you guys to let you guys know what happened. I haven't even done anything since then because I've been on Armor Reforger with my cousin and Minecraft, just fixing that stuff on stream, as you guys have noticed if you've been in those streams. But let's continue forward, shall we? And we are going right in here. Excuse me. We're going to go to our weapons workbench. We're going to grab the Phoenix here, and what we're going to do is scroll all the way down, because you can see this is the legendary one, where the legendary is there, superheated high rate emitter. Actually, technically, there should be one on this. I don't know why it's not showing up, because this is a legendary weapon. I might have to relook at that in a second to go see what's going on with that. But Diem plus 500. Again, we have all of this, the rate of fire, the projectile, blah, blah. But what we want to do is the zoom modifier and then the sighted transition modifier. So STM, sighted transition modifier. This is going to be how fast we sight into our weapon, so we'll give it plus 20. And then the zoom modifier, this is what makes it where we zoom out or zoom in. So the 1.5 is what zooms in and makes it that really big dot. We're going to go to no zoom. Okay, and then what that is going to allow me to do now is if I go back up, grab the Gatling gun, out of my way please, you can see now we are not as zoomed in. It actually feels a lot better. Okay, and the reticle dot isn't like a big massive eye dot in the center of your eye. It's smaller, so it's easier to put that smaller object onto an enemy to shoot, if that makes sense. And we are able to do that with every one of these. We just go down, sighted transition, plus 20. This, no zoom. And we done that one. I don't think we done this one, so what we're going to do is go down. We're going to do the same thing. Scroll, 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 scroll. Get this one, plus 20, and then no zoom. We already done that. This one, we're going to do the same. So we're going to do our sighted. Right quick, STM. This, and then no zoom. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. And then now if we go to any one of these, notice they're a little bit more zoomed out. They're easier to see and aim with. Even this one. Okay. Say that looks much better. I mean, it's still got a really thick center dot with a really thick circle. I don't like that, so I would wish they would make a update to one of my favorite mods, and I'll show you guys what that is here in a second, but
Quit firing your weapon like that.
I might need to redo the accuracy cone to the pistol, but we're okay. Let's see how this feels. Oh yeah, there's even more recoil this way too, so I'll have to actually redo the recoil settings, but we're fine with that, to be honest, for now. Alrighty. Last us. Save game. And we're going to move over to Minecraft. Just wanted to show you guys the experience to 4K. And also, while we're moving over to Minecraft, let's also show you guys what mods I have installed to show you guys that it is a mod doing the trees. Operation could not be. No, we're not doing bullshit today. Fallout, we are going to load. There we go. So Commonwealth visual overhaul. This is what makes the aesthetic look a lot better. By the way, guys, it's the only thing that makes the aesthetic look a lot better because the textures in game is exactly the same. Simple green seasons. This allows us to have the green grass, the trees. You don't have to go with just the fall version, which I think this is. There's actually a summer version, a winter version, and what is it? There's like 3 versions. Oh yeah, right here, which is simple green, simple yellow, simple red, and simple white. So you'll have the 4 different versions, but on PS5 you only get 3 of them because the simple white, which is snow, is not actually here. So you'll actually have fall, summer, and whatever, but you won't have the actual winter version. Then we have armored weapons community keywords, clear skies, enhanced lights and FX, and water redux, which adds the realistic looking water. Better Sanctuary Bridge fix, which again fixes just Sanctuary Bridge. It's what we seen with Sanctuary. Equipment and crafting overhaul, upgrades extended, Sneak 5, no invisible chameleon, companion infinite ammo, laser and plasma weapon power. This is version 6. More volume adjustments and settings, streamer's best friend, no radios or something like that, which is it just has radio. Pip-Boy flashlight is brighter, as in just type in Pip-Boy flashlight and you'll see that it looks just like that one. See-through scopes Nuka World, and see-through scopes Far Harbor. This is the one that has the really cool looking scopes, but they need to add a just dot version, kind of like they have with Far Harbor here, to the other two, which is Nuka World and just regular see-through scopes. Just give us a dot version inside of the see-through scope mods, and that would be amazing. We have Captain Noob's improved classic 10mm pistol, Captain Noob's improved CR74L, Captain Noob's improved prototype Gauss, Captain Noob's improved anti-material rifle, Captain Noob's improved solar cannon, Captain Noob's improved BFG 9000, ZSZ makeshift weapons ammo pack, which allows us just to craft the makeshift ammo, which is like the nails, the saw blades, stuff like that for the makeshift weapons. Unlimited resource shipment. That's what lets you place down a little thing to scrap it to get literally 9,000 of every crafting material. Sorry, guys, I have allergies. Infinite settings, or settlements, my bad, which allows us to have infinite build space. Never break power armor by BMD, which just means power armor doesn't break. I done this one because when I put power armor onto my companions, they get hit so much that I just constantly had to keep repairing the power armor. It didn't actually have any durability to it. It seemed like they were just breaking constantly. Literally every mission I run, the first 5 seconds into that mission, their armor broke. It would never appear on their armor. I had to keep repairing it. So that's why I have this mod there. If you guys feel the same, go ahead and install it. Please love me, no negative affinity, which means like if I do an action that someone doesn't like, I don't lose affinity to them. Realistically, you would. I just don't have it this way in case I want to carry like Piper or one of the other characters with me that hates raiders. Then if I have to go do Nuka World instead of having to relieve my favorite companion, because all the options you have to do in Nuka World to go beat it, you're going to end up having that person hate you. So I'm going to make sure that does not happen in the proper sentence structure there. So that's why we have this mod. Instant affinity, this is just in case you do something they like. You immediately get the dialogue option. You don't have to grind for like 4 hours to get the persuasion of wanting to in-game date somebody. I mean, that's technically what the affinity actually does when you level them up and you continue talking to them, is it gets you to the point where you can be like, hey, do you like me? And then blah, blah, and, end up like asking them out. So if there's someone in game that you want to ask out, which is kind of like the romance of Skyrim, there you go. It just makes everything a lot faster to get up to that point. Then we have power armor frame crafting, which allows us to not only move the power armor frame while being in the build mode, but it allows us to craft power armor. Freemaker GOTY edition, this is what allows me to make my ammo. By the way, because they have certain ammo that isn't craftable right now, I had to basically use this to not only get ammo, but currency, because I have to use that currency to buy the ammo from the shopkeeps to get up to be able to run it. So the gun you seen me running, which is the suppressed looking, it looks like a P90, that one requires an ammo that the game doesn't even allow you to craft. You have to buy the ammo. I haven't even seen it on enemy bodies, so it's 100% you have to buy that ammo, and it's going to get expensive, especially if you're going to want to use it consistently through the game, or you're going to have to like grind out the caps, grind out the time of just waiting at shops to keep buying the ammo, and then go run it, and it just takes way too long. Chinese stealth armor overhaul, which allows us to overhaul the usual stealth armor to the passive features you see there, is kind of what we're having. Okay. Just figured I'd let that set for a second. And then all map markers visible. This means I can't fast travel to them unless I actually learn their location, but I get to see where it is, so I can hover over it and still set a marker to go run to it. Now, there is a version of that that is fast travelable, so if you guys want that one, you can use that instead. Just flip that out. But that is our mods for our Fallout run through, and that's probably what we're going to have for the rest of the time being. But we are going to see you guys over on some Minecraft.